Um, now next point is strategies of software testing. So see the diagram. This is the strategies of software testing. First one is unit testing, then integration testing, validation testing and system testing. These are the levels as well as strategies of software testing. Unit testing is this is the unit testing, integration testing with design and construction, validation testing with requirement analysis, and system testing with system software. Means unit testing, integration testing, validation testing, and last one is the system testing. These are the unit testing, integration testing, validation testing, and system testing. These are the phases or levels or strategies of software testing. So first one, what is software testing? Again, software testing is the process used to identify correctness, completeness, and quality of developed computer software. This is called as a software testing. These strategies of software testing looks like as a spiral model of software engineering. Okay, the structure looks like as a spiral. So the strategies of software testing is moving to a spiral model. So first phase is unit testing. So now what is unit testing? Unit means, what is unit? Unit means is a single part of your software. Unit is nothing but smallest part or a single part of software. It is called as a unit. So now what is unit testing? Unit testing means focusing on each model. What is unit testing? Unit testing focuses on each model or individual component based on implementation. This is called as unit testing. Means testing perform on a smallest part of your software, or testing perform on a single unit, or testing perform on a single module is called as a unit testing. Now what is integration testing? Integration testing perform on integrated component together step by step. What is integration? Integration means combine different components or different modules of software and then perform testing on that software. Is called as the integration testing. Third one is validation. Validation is nothing but checking particular software is valid or not. Means validation testing means requirement established are validated against the developed software or not. This is checked by validation testing. And now last one is a system testing. System testing means overall testing. System testing means complete and integrated software is tested in system testing. Complete and integrated software. In short, suppose your system is library management system. Okay, this system is breakdown into modules. Suppose first module is student, second module is staff, third module is admin, and fourth module is librarian. Okay, consider these are the modules. Again, these modules is breakdown into sub modules. Student means again AIML student, AIDS student, or computer student. Staff is again divided into sub module, AIML staff, AIDS staff, or computer staff. Okay, these are the sub modules. This is the work breakdown structure of your system. Means your software is library management system is breakdown into modules. Module is again breakdown into sub modules. So now unit testing means what? Suppose this AIML student is a single part of your software. Your software is library management system, and in library management system, AIML student is a smallest part of your system, as well as AIDS student is the smallest part of your system, or computer student is the smallest part of your system. Smallest part is nothing but unit. This is one unit, this is one unit, and this is one unit. So testing perform on that particular unit only, or particular part only. Such testing is called as a unit testing, because this is the smallest part of your software. Again, if testing perform on AIDS student module, then this is called as a unit testing. If testing perform on a computer student module, then it is called as a unit testing. So in short, unit means smallest part of your software, and testing performed on that smallest part is called as a unit testing. So now what is integration testing? Integration testing means design and construction. Integration means to combine multiple modules together. Suppose if you want to perform testing on AIML student, AIDS student and computer student, then now what is integration testing means? You have to combine all three modules together and then perform one type of testing. Such type of testing is called as a integration testing. Integration means to combine one or more multiple component together and then perform testing. Suppose you want to perform testing with student, staff and admin and librarian module together, then combine all these four modules and then perform testing. Such type of testing is called as a integration testing. Means integration testing perform on multiple components at a time. Okay, then third one is validation testing. Validation means, first thing, validation means checking. Means you have to check particular software is valid or not. Means particular software fulfill as per customer requirement or not. This is called as a validation testing. Then last one is the system testing. System testing means overall testing. Suppose what is your system? Library management testing, library management system. If you want to perform testing on directly library management system at a time, then such testing is called as a system testing. Means your input is directly library management system with module, submodule, submodule. Means overall testing. What is the input for system testing? Your library management system with module, submodule, submodule. This is called as a system testing. These are the phases of testing as well as strategies of software testing. Then next question is criteria for software testing. So again, criteria is divided. Criteria means what is the status of software testing, when to start testing, when to stop testing, is nothing but criteria. Criteria for software testing divided into two parts. First part is entry criteria and second part is exit criteria. Entry criteria means when to start testing and exit criteria means when to stop testing. Now, when to start testing? The phases of software development are communication to deployment, right? Communication, planning, modeling, construction and deployment. These are the phases of software designing. So what is when to start testing? Generally testing start from requirement phase. What is the entry criteria for testing? Testing start from requirement phase. Then what is the requirement phase? Requirement phase is nothing but your communication phase. And when to stop testing? Obviously testing stop as per customer satisfaction, means your deployment phase. So testing start from requirement phase, and when to stop testing? Stop up to the testing stop after customer satisfaction, means up to the deployment phase. These are the entry and exit criteria for software testing. So next part is V. Verification and validation process is also called as V model. V model means, suppose requirement analysis, then system design, then architecture design, and last one is module design. Here is the coding phase, and here unit integration, unit testing, integration testing, system testing and acceptance testing. Okay, so V model means verification and validation model. Why it is called as a V model? Because its structure looks like as a V. Okay, structure looks like as a V shape, so it is called as a V model. This question is contained beyond syllabus, CBS question. So what is V model, or explain V model with its advantages and drawback. So V model, why it is called V model, is nothing but verification and validation model. Why it is called as V model? Because its structure looks like as a V shape. So this is the verification phase, and this is the validation phase. So V model means verification and validation model. Means first phase is verification, second one is coding, and third one is validation. There are three phases in V model: verification, coding, and validation. Now verification means, are we building the product right? Validation means, are we building the right product? And coding is nothing but execution or implementation of your software. It is also known as V and V model. Then in V model is highly disciplined model. This V model is called as a highly disciplined model. Why? Because in V model, uh, next phase will start after completing previous phase only. Means next phase, suppose system design is to be start after completing requirement analysis, then architecture design will be start after completing system design, module design will be start after completing architecture design. That means step by step execution, so it is called as a highly disciplined model. In verification phase, again, first part is requirement analysis, second one is system design, third one is architecture design, and last one is module design. These four parts comes under in verification. So requirement analysis means this is the first phase of development, where the software requirement are understand from the customer point of view. What is requirement analysis means? Whatever requirement stated by customer, that requirement should be understand as per customer point of view. Means requirement analysis. Means in short, the requirement analysis phase involve customer communication with developer or with third party. Then second one is system design. System is nothing but your software. Software design include detailed understanding of software. What is system design? System design means detailed understanding of software. Means whatever software hardware requirements required for design particular software are are shown in system design, means specification. Third one is architecture design. Architecture design means particular software is broken down into modules. This is the architecture design means work breakdown structure of your software, means broke down your system into modules. Again, module is broken down into sub modules, just like as a system architecture diagram. So this is the high level design, is not called as architecture design. And last one is a module design. Module design means in this phase detailed internal design for the system module is specified. Module is nothing but your, just like as a unit testing, means a particular smallest part of software or a single unit of software design means module design. This is called as a low level design, and architecture design called as a high level design. Module design is parallelly associated with unit testing, means single part design. Then architecture design means integration testing, means set of multiple components. Then system design parallel with system testing, means overall system. Then requirement analysis means parallel with acceptance testing. Acceptance testing means what? You can check the acceptance of your software before your software is actually launch to the market. Means if your software is 100% ready, before launching that particular software to the market, you can check the acceptance of that software. Either your software will be accepted by customer or not. Just like that, this is called as acceptance testing. Is parallelly connected with requirement analysis. So verification, coding and validation. Unit testing, again validation means, unit testing means testing performed on a single part or single unit of your software. Integration testing means testing performed on a set of multiple components of your software. Then system testing means testing performed on an overall system of your software. And acceptance testing means testing performed on a software before you launch your software into the market. So before launching software or before releasing your software into the market, you can check the acceptance of that your software. This is called as a acceptance testing. So in short, these are the phases of V model. And the second next phase is the coding phase. Coding phases means totally related with the execution of source code or implementation of that particular source code of your software. So now what are the advantages of V model? V model, first thing, it is a highly disciplined model. So its structure looks like as a V shape. So it is very easy to understand and very simple to use. And V model is easily work for small scale project. And using V model, you can easily save your time and cost. So these are the advantages. It's very simple to use, easy to understand. You can easily work well for small scale project. It is a highly disciplined model, step by step execution. These are the advantages. Now what is the drawback of V model? Drawback means, so first drawback is this model is not flexible to changes. Not flexible to change. If you want to change or if you want to update your software at any phase, then this is not much possible. So this model is not suitable or not flexible to change. Then again, there is a chances of high risk and uncertainty during V model. Again, this model is and does not perform well for if your project is very vast or very large project. So it does not perform well for large project. Or also we can say this model is not good for complex project or hard project. And this is the step by step execution, so it is very difficult to go back to the previous stage. These are the drawbacks of V model. So this is the verification and validation model. Then now testing principles. This question is also contained beyond syllabus. There are mainly 7 testing principles. First principle is testing show presence of defect, but testing never show absence of defect. Okay. These all parts are contained beyond syllabus. Testing principle, there are total 7 principles. First principle, testing shows presence of defect. So first principle is testing show presence of defect, means defect is nothing but error. So testing show either your software is error free or not, but testing never show that your software is 100% error free, means there is a absence of defect. Testing never shows absence of defect. Testing shows presence of defect, means defect is nothing but variation between your actual result and expected result. So testing show there is error or there is any gaps or misunderstandings or missing requirements in your product, but testing never shows that your software is 100% error free. So it is called as a testing show presence of defect but not shows absence of defect. Means, in short, testing is not a proof of 100% correctness of your software. Testing never show proof of correctness. The second principle is exhaustive testing is impossible. Exhaustive testing is impossible. This is the second principle. Exhaustive testing. Exhaustive means overall testing. Suppose your software is library management system and you want to perform testing, so it is not possible to perform library management system bitwise. So exhaustive means overall testing is not possible. This is called as a exhaustive testing. So third one is early testing. Third principle is early testing. Early testing is quite good for software testing, because if you want to perform testing at very early phase, suppose your project designing start from communication phase up to the deployment phase, and if you want to perform testing from communication phase, means in communication phase what is the role of testing? You have to check as per your customer's requirement your software is going to design or not. If you want to start early testing, that it will be easily affect on your software cost, then 100 to maintain 100% quality. So that early testing is quite good to perform during testing. Then fourth principle is defect clustering. Clustering is nothing but grouping and defect is nothing but error. So whatever defect comes under in software modules, this defect will be combined, will be placed in one group, so that it will be easily identify that defect, and it will be very easy to solve out that defect, means error. Then next principle, fifth principle is pesticide paradox. Pesticide paradox is, this principle is totally related to repetition. Means, if the same tests are repeated over and over again, eventually the same set of test cases no longer file or any new bugs. Means, if you want to perform repetition testing, so it will affect on quality as well as time. So pesticide paradox means, if testing is already done on some test cases, and if these some test cases are comes again repeatedly, so to avoid that test cases, so skip that test cases or remove duplicate test cases and then perform testing. Sixth principle is testing is context dependent. Context dependent means testing is depend on environment. Suppose testing is done differently in difficult context, means testing perform differently for different environment. Suppose if you want to perform testing on e-commerce website, then this environment is totally different. If you want to perform testing manually, then such environment is completely different. And seventh last principle is absence of error fallacy. Absence of error fallacy means, in this principle, finding and fixing defect, so that it will show the result that your software is error free or going to be error free. These are the 7 principles of testing. This question is again content beyond syllabus. What are the testing principles? There are total 7 testing principles.